Hi, hello, and welcome back. We have a new Silhouette runner event in Dragon City. Well, I guess it's been here for like a day now, but in this event, we have the Silhouette Dragon to unlock. And so Mr. Silhouette here is a new dragon. He does have the happy element. I absolutely love the design on this dragon and his little weird follower thing. But in this Silhouette run event, I will say to start off with, that most of us probably do not want to be doing any runner event runs as of yet. The reason being, you'll see that we have roulette wheels and certain event currency as rewards in this event. And you'll see that currently the rewards for this are grid coins. But if you are like me and you're going after event items, in the grid right now, I've collected pretty much every single gift box that we can possibly get, including event currency, because like the next one is all the way up here. And so getting these grid coins in runner isn't actually a good idea because it's not really going to help us very much. So rather than us getting the grid coins in runner, what we need to do is we need to wait until the grid event is over, and then we should start using our runner event flight stamps. That way, once the grid event ends, this currency will change to maze event currency. And the reason that we know that is because we do have the schedule in game right now, and it does show us that we will be getting a new maze event on May the 1st. And so when it changes over, we're going to have a maze event. So you'll want to save those flight stamps for the maze event. Unless you are really going for something in the grid event, most of us will probably benefit greatly to wait and use our currency, well, obtain the currency and use it on maze events instead. So that is number one important thing about this runner event. The other thing I wanted to mention is that if you wanted to know how many flight stamps you'll need on average to get your hands on the new dragon. The new dragon is actually at 4,500 pinwheels as usual for runner events. And in order to get the dragon, if you get an average score of 110 pinwheels per run, which is, I normally get a little bit higher than that, then it'll take 205 flight stamps. If you get an average score of 100, however, you're probably going to need a few more than that. So you see 215, we'd have 4,300. So let's try 230, that's 460, 225. You're going to need 225 flight stamps if your average pinwheel score is 100. Ideally, you would have more pinwheels than that in every run, and I have uploaded a video on how to do well in the runner event runs. But ideally, you'll want to be getting at least 100 pinwheels per run, and then you'll need at least 225 of them if that is your average score. So that gives you a good baseline of what you are probably going to be looking to collect. And in order to get that many pinwheels in this event, you will be having to finish off these quests right here. And so these quests we've got currently: collect gold, collect food, and hatch eggs. The main quests that annoy people are the breeding quest and the hatching quest, but it's the same as heroic race. So this current hatching eggs quest, of course you can just hatch any old egg, and like right now I've got 2 war dragon eggs, which are going to be nice because it's almost certainly always going to give us an item or very close to it. So we'll pop him down and you'll see that we just got 2 of the egg items, and then we can sell this dragon here. But in order to finish off the rest of the items here, we're going to have to do at least 2 more. Get 2 more of these eggs hatched. And the best way to do that without taking up any of your hatchery slots and without having to use time skips is going to be to buy Terra Dragon eggs. And these have a very short cooldown on them, but we just need to hatch and hatch and hatch. There's quite a low chance of us actually getting the item from doing this. So just so that you're aware, it may take you quite a few attempts of hatching Terra eggs before you get an item, because like we'll hatch these 2 here and you'll see we didn't get an item for that one. We'll hatch this one and we didn't get an item for that one either. You might have to hatch eggs 20-30 times before you get a single item, so it's better if you've got at least 2 to 3 slots. It makes it a lot faster. But if you've only got 1, this is how you'll end up doing it without wasting any gems or any time skips or anything like that. So when you come up across these breeding quests or these hatching quests, if it's breeding, you'll just be hatching 2 Terra Dragons together in a breeding mountain. or whichever breeding slot it is. But then for hatching, you will just be doing this over and over again, putting them in a habitat that's ideally next to your hatchery and just doing it over and over again. That is how you get that quest done. The other one that we've got there is collecting food, and I've got long timer food still in from the puzzle event, so you'll see that we're getting a lot of collecting items done for that, and so we can claim that since I got it. But if you don't have a lot of long timers in there, you can just pop in the shortest timer food, the bluebell bouquets, and then just keep collecting those like you do the terror dragons, and then that's pretty much it. And it's pretty much the same thing for all of these quests. If there's ever a quest that's like food collecting, hatching, breeding, it's always going to be popping in the shortest timer thing and just doing it over and over again, and then getting the item eventually. But it can take like 20 minutes if you're quite unlucky, so just be aware of that. You may need a 20-minute time frame to be able to do it, but that is how we can do these quests. The only other quest that may be annoying is going to be something like league battles, because that's going to depend on how good you are in terms of your dragons. And obviously if you've over leveled, you may have a very tough time with your league battles, but I did upload a video on how to become the bestest at league battles recently, so you know, go and watch that if you're not sure about anything to do with league battles in the meantime. There we go, we finally got an Eggo, lovely. Oh, there we go, so now we only need one more, but just be aware it does take a lot of attempts. So the other thing to note is that in the Dragon City event guides channel of the Discord server, we do have Chicken that's posted the guides for this event. So for instance, you can see what quest you're going to get at what time and at what reset. Obviously, it's going to depend on where you're based as to the reset time for there, but this shows you what quests are coming up. Alternatively, if you don't want to see it or in that version, then there is also a version of this on the actual Ditlep website, which I quite like, and that's the maze guide there. But there's also a version on Deetlist, which is where I got this pinwheel calculator for, and I actually really like the Deetlist guide for runner events in particular, because you'll see that it shows us the current mission set, which is collecting gold, collecting food, and hatching eggs, which is true, and the next mission set is feeding dragons, league battles, breed dragons, and then it will show you the one coming up after that, the one coming up after that. It's just very, very succinct, and you know, if you've got two monitors like me, I just find it really easy to open up the Deetlist website and take a look at the upcoming mission sets. And you'll see that in the next one, we're going to have 3 league battles to do. So we're just going to go ahead, do those league battles, get it done, but then we're going to have a breed dragons 4 item set to do. So in a case like this, we're going to want to make sure that we've got at least minimum one of our breeding dens available, and also one of our hatchery slots, because otherwise we're going to be screwed for that mission that's coming up. But that's going to be the next reset. That's a problem for next reset, but we just want to make sure that we don't fill up all of our stuff, basically. So on top of this, of course, as usual, we do currently have quests on, which I haven't been super diligent about, to be honest. But we do have this quest on for runner event flight stamps. So you should indeed be logging in to do these. And at certain counts of these quests, you will actually get an item for the event collection. So if you're going for the event collection at the moment, which I am, then you'll definitely want to be making sure you get at least one of these items from every single one of these set of quests here. Because you'll see that we've got stage 3, we get flight stamps, we get food, but then at stage 8 you can get an item. And if you're super diligent, or you want to spend like 10 gems to skip one of them, if you like don't quite make it, you could get up to 2 items for each of these. I'm not going to be getting 2 items for each, but you know, at least one of them is going to be enough, I think, because if we've been getting all of the items from all of the other quests and everything, you'll see that right now I'm at 9 out of 20 of the red carpets and 4 out of 10 out of the what's-a-majigs, the velvet ropes. But then on top of that, since we've got the runner event now, or we'll get the items from the runner event soon, we are going to have more of these items to collect. So there's a gift box there, there's one of these fashion awards there, which we definitely need. We've got another gift box there, for example, we got another gift box, and then all the way up here there is another fashion award, and then there are some insignias as well. If you want to get up to this point, you're probably going to have to spend a decent amount of gems, just to inform you. But that's going to be the 4th fashion award, and then we'd need one more fashion award. And we can actually see where that is if we go and check the maze event. because in the upcoming maze event, we're going to have Sister, Musketeer, but then we're also going to have Sharp Poise as the main dragon. And we will go through this when maze comes out, but the total cost for Sharp Poise is going to be just under 11,000, because the cost for the Sharp Poise route itself is going to be 6,000, but then you need to actually get there with the keys. But you'll see that there is actually insignias on the Sharp Poise path, and there are also, or there's also a fashion award here, which is quite expensive, but there is another fashion award there indeed. On the Sister path, we do have some gift boxes, which you can go and get. On the Musketeer path as well, there's a few gift boxes, some chests, so that's ideal. But then, of course, we want to get gift boxes on the other ones as we go through all of these. You know, you can get some key chests, but there's also a fashion award really early on in the keys path as well. So that would take you actually up to 6 fashion awards total. So you don't have to get all the way through the Sharp Poise path. You actually just need to make your way through the Dandy path. But then, of course, if you want to be collecting more of the gift boxes, maybe you do just want to continue on the key path, because there is another gift box there, another gift box there, and then you'll be moving on to the Sharp Poise path, and then there are the insignias on that one. But, you know, we will come up to the Maze Island in just under 2 days' time when that comes in, but that is how you can get enough fashion awards to be able to finish out this quest here. Of course, that's just the fashion awards section, but you'll have to actually get enough items for the others as well, of course. But the fashion awards, if you want to know how to get enough for this one, that is how you do it. If you want to get this one, which is almost certainly the pay to win section, that's 3 out of 8 of them, which that's going to be very difficult to get all the fashion awards for that, and there's probably a lot of gemming and probably getting the other fashion award out of this event here, Silhouette Run. And do remember that with Silhouette Run, it is a gemmable event, much like the puzzle event, which does mean that if you really want to get up to the insignias, you can gem for that. But you'll have to make sure you finish all of these quests off first for whichever reset it might be, and then you can gem to reset all of these quests, and then you can get more flight stamps via that way. It's quite expensive doing it like that, but it does mean that if you wanted to and you just saved up tons and tons of gems as a player, you can just win the event, everything in the event. And there we go. You see all of these Terror Dragons? Let's sell these bad boys, because we don't need them. They're just taking up space in this Terror habitat. So yeah, we'll sell all of these, and then there we go. That is all of the runner event quests done. Nice and easy. This one's pretty nice if we have the food ready and also a couple of egg hatchings ready. So if you want to be prepared for things like this and you know that the hatching quest is coming up, you can do what I did and just leave war dragon eggs in there, or any other eggs that, you know, have a decent timer but are going to finish within the time frame for this current reset that has a hatch quest. So there are a few things and ways that you can get around certain annoying quests in this game if you don't want to be, you know, sitting there just constantly hatching terror eggs or breeding terror eggs. But if you don't want to take up many spots in your hatchery and breeding den, you got to use the shorter timers. But I guess while we're here, we might as well use the last of our currency, because again, I don't think we're going to be able to make it up to that gift box. And even if we do, I think we're better off saving the currency for Maze. But at the same time, you know, Empire Wasteland is a very cute dragon. I do like her a lot. But instead, I think what we're going to do now that we've collected all of these gift boxes is we're going to come back and we're going to collect these lucky break chests. Because although we're very unlikely to get anything out of this, we could get Joker Orbs, we could get Grid Coins, we could get Prideful Vamp. Honestly, I would love to get 10,000 Grid Coins. Your chance of it happening is incredibly low. But, oh, there we go, 5 Legendary Jokers. See, this is actually very much worth it. So if you do go for the event items and you can't get any more event items at this stage, then, you know, you might as well come back and at least open up the lucky break chest just for a chance to get something nutty, you know. You may not get anything the first 10 times you do a grid event, but imagine the one time that you actually do manage to get one of those insane drops and you basically just auto win the event. That would be fantastic, right? I say that, you're not going to be getting to the heroic egg, but you'll at least get some cool stuff out of it anyway. But I guess that is going to be us for now. It looks like we haven't collected that one, but we have. So I guess we will open up this chest as well, and that will be us Dunskies for now until the next reset. Oh, 5 heroic Joker Orbs, fantastic. Oh, tasty. I love it. You know, lucky break chests, they're unlikely to drop great stuff, but even low drops like that are going to be useful for, you know, any special stuff that you've got going on. We do also have the Arena Alliance chest happening at the moment, so we've got that to deal with, which is a pain in the butt, but at least we don't have arena things to worry about in terms of the current quests that are going on. I guess we will summon Dark Cave for now because it's got a short timer. Let's pop in some recalls, and then I guess that is going to be us mostly done for now. Although I suppose we can see what our arena fights are looking like. I've got so many Colossus dragons and other duplicates from other things like grass dragons from all of the breeding we've been doing recently. Just, there's so many of them. We've almost got him empowered once, so that should be nice as well. Actually, do we have any orbs ready for this cycle? I don't remember. Oh, we do! We've got some for High Fenrir. Nice, nice, very cool. So yeah, let's check where we are at the arena section. We've got a lot of our, or a few of our good dragons that we can use at the moment in this arena. I'm just trying to think, a battle like this one's going to be quite close, but we should be fine, I think. Because when you're doing arena, of course, you want to make sure you don't lose any of your dragons if you can. But sometimes that may end up happening anyway. Let's see how well this team does, just out of curiosity. Give me a big cosmic incineration. That wasn't as big as I was hoping it was gonna be. I was hoping for a bit more than that. We didn't quite get it, but that's fine. Let's come back. We've got this guy, Magma Storm. That is a very bulky heroic right there, though. Oh no, he got one shot. You know, I was mostly doing this just for the sake of seeing how we went, but yeah, I think we've gotten a little bit mogged this fight. It's fine. Because I do want to do rank anyway, but, you know, this is one of the bad things about being in a high-ranked arena. By the time that the arena chest begins, this sort of thing just screws you over. Oh, are we going to finish him off? Oh, that was close. It's fine. At least we win. Could have been worse. But yeah, this arena isn't fantastic for me and the one that we're currently in. We might actually be better off getting into Master Rank. I think that's probably going to be the best thing for us, to be honest. Then we should be fine. We've got Mochi Moo here, and then we've also got a Furry's Dream. So a Furry's Dream should be able to actually destroy and decimate these dragons here. So let's try this one. I don't get to use Mashon anywhere near as much as I would like. So yeah, let's throw on that bunker, and then we're gonna throw in Mr. Furry Dream. He's gonna hit us once, but we've got our special shield up because we are epic gamers. And this is why I love the Walking Dead dragons. They're just fantastic for this sort of thing. Genuinely, they are so good at blocking, and in a situation like that where we've got two dragons that are, you know, both gonna super affect each other, we just end up massively on top thanks to this. How much does Katana Lation do? That is quite good for a multi-hit attack. Obviously we didn't get a multi-hit through that time, but that is fine by me. Very cool. And we want to get the last hit with Mr. High Dragon here, just so that then we can get the last hit and get a few more orbs for him. There we go. Easily done compared to the first battle that we faced. I was only doing it for the meme, okay? Another high anomaly. I'm scared of high anomaly now. Oh god, this one doesn't look any better. Jesus. Of course, if there's ever a fight that we can't do, or I think it's going to be way too sketchy, we can just go and pop in some low-level dragons and reset the fight, and then hopefully we'll come across some other better arena fights afterwards. There we go, we can cancel out, come back in, and then we've got these guys. I think we should be fine because we've got Plant on High Famishy here. Maybe we should still throw in Mochi Moo and then the other dragon that we've got. We've got a few different options here. I would ideally like to keep ranking him up. But what have we got? We've got Plant and we've got Magic. Do we have any Flame? We don't, do we? I actually don't have any Flame Dragons apart from Hexed. That's not ideal. Let's just keep this for now. I think we'll be fine. You know, I don't care about sweating it too much, especially against this Bob, who should be almost one shot here, and then we can at least put the TWD bunker down again. Then head against this guy, which should be doable. We're going to take a lot of damage, but it should be fine for us because he should be like 3 hit. And we've got Mr. Smiley Boy, who should be good at this. So there we go. 3 hits with our shield blocking like all of it. Then we can pop up our shield again. Oh, the Walking Dead dragons do. Imagine if the Walking Dead dragons were actually a higher category because they're cat 9s. Imagine if they were cat 10s. Oh my goodness, they would be overpowered. I guess maybe that's why they're not, but their skill alone is very good. Bunker, like, we can argue over which the Walking Dead dragon is better than the others, but oh god, I absolutely adore it. We do have 2 legendary dragons here, which is not good for high famishy. Do we have a time dragon? Another one. I guess we got a furry's dream. Let's just go with this for now. Because again, the problem with Mr. Furry is just simply put the fact that we should be able to survive the next attack here, but simply put the fact that he gets super affected against all the dragons that he's super good against, which is a big problem. But, you know, we've been through that before. That was his main downside, the fact that he is weak to Legendary, and Legendary is quite a common element, of course. But, you know, as long as we got another Time Dragon here, we should be more than fine. But yeah, I'm only doing these fights just so that we can get the Alliance chest points at the moment. Outside of that, I would be trying to actually D-rank, because I don't like ranking up. A D-ranking is definitely my favourite out of this. And here we go. Should we pop in a high heroic? Yeah, I think we should, to be honest with you. So there we go. Let's go with this for now. Let's fight! Fight to the death. So we've got normal damage. Let's bunker again. This is just the strat. We could have kept our Smiley Boy and he would have been super effective as well. But let's just stick with this for now and see how we go. Arcano, we're going to have Astro hit. We got one more defensive hit. Heroico. Then we're going to set up, let's do one more hit with Famishy, then we'll set up our shield. Yeah, I know that that's going to hit for a lot, I know. But let's set up our shield here, and then we should be fine with our boy here. Good, I was hoping that was going to kill him, and it did. And then we want to try and lower the damage to the rest of our team members. That was a lot of DMG. Then we should be able to last hit him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know, sometimes I have to think it through in my brain, but we could have done that with Mr. Smiley Boy as well. But there we go. We got those battles won already, so that's going to give us some Alliance chest points here now. But anyway, that is the current stuff going on in Dragon City at the moment. We've also got grid coins and such in the ads, so make sure you're watching those if you've got full Dragon TV unlocked, because you might as well get as much as you can out of the grid event, even if you're not going for the extra grid event from the runner. Maybe you'll end up with enough for the other gift box. If you won't, then just open up those lucky break chests and the lucky legendary chests if you want to. I can't see why you wouldn't if you've got the event open anyway. But alas, I guess for now we will keep collecting our flight stamps and we will save them up until the next event begins. But I wish you the best with unlocking this beautiful, beautiful crystalline golden boy. And for now, ciao.